Hey guys, Marmalade here. Thanks so much for checking in again. I appreciate all your support. I've just got a lot of new subscribers recently, so I appreciate it so much. If you have anybody else you know that likes these kind of videos, let them know, have them subscribe. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe and like, and make sure you hit the notification bell up in this corner, in the right corner, so that you can be notified every time I post a video. But this particular video is about, it's basically a 500-mile review and what I did and didn't perhaps like on my Topo Ultraventure hiking shoes. So I originally used Ultras for my first 3.5 years of backpacking and hiking, and I kept changing the model of shoes. First it was the Ultra Lone Peaks, they changed it, I didn't like it. Then I tried the Temps, loved it, and then they changed that. So that's what drove me to this. I had some referrals from some hiking friends that said Topos are great, so that's how I first went to it. I got them at REI. They were $130. I think that's what they go for now. And so that's about the same price as my Ultra. So the price was about the same. It's considered a trail running shoe with an aggressive Vibram XS Trek outside that provides traction, durability, and protection on technical trails. It has a 25mm stack height and a 5mm drop, and what they call gills for drainage. Okay, on to what I thought about these shoes. I surprisingly really love these shoes. It's hard when you're with one brand for your whole hiking career and then you go to another one, but I was very impressed with a few things. Although there's not a rock plate in this particular model, I didn't feel, because of all the cushion and the way this construction is, I didn't feel all the small rocks, which can actually, like on my through hike attempt last year, I started getting my feet bruising because I could feel all the small rocks underneath my foot, and over and over and over, 20 miles a day for months, I started to get bruised feet where I don't feel the rocks to this. So it's much more comfortable to walk on rough terrain, which is, as you guys watch my videos know, in the desert on these trails, there's rocks everywhere. So that was a plus for me. So I really enjoyed the stack height, which is this part here. Very cushiony, but it was an unusual mix because it was a very solid, stable, strong built shoe. Like you almost would feel with kind of like a boot, yet it was cushiony and soft and comfortable on your feet. So I liked it. It was laterally stable. So, you know, you step on things that are uneven, you don't just automatically turn your ankle. So I liked everything about it, just the comfort. There's things that are more comfortable, but they're softer and they give more, and they don't support you as much. And there's stuff that's stiff and support like a boot, but then aren't very comfortable. I felt this was a very good mix for a trail runner. From a personal aspect, the only thing I wish they would change is I wear gaiters that have Velcro on the back. Ultras have Velcro on the back of the shoes. These didn't, so I have to, if you guys can see this, but I had to cut out an inch-long piece of Velcro and super glue it to the back of this. But to be honest with you, I've washed these things. They've gotten pretty filthy and gross. I've washed them in the 500 miles I've hiked in them probably 4 times, and the Velcro's always stayed on. The shoes held together pretty well. I will say I just did, if you guys haven't seen the video, I just did 3.3¼ days on the PCT with the Rev and wore these, and they've finally had it. I actually have, I mean, the sole is almost gone. I don't know if you guys can see this. Let's see if I can show it to you there. But I'll try to show you a better picture of it here. But the soles could last a little more, but you know, the nubs are pretty much gone, so I don't have much grip. But there is sole left on the Vibram sole, but they started tearing here, and I'll show you this to you. They started tearing right here, and also in the, if I can show you this, right here. So they started tearing. So my foot, I did 50 miles on the PCT here last week, and I would say almost all of it was with my whole ball of my foot showing. So, and this one is not tearing at the ball of the foot, but it's tearing at the arch. So, you know, I am 6'3" and about 235, so I'm actually surprised. I, with Ultras, was getting maybe 400 miles before they not only wore out, sometimes they weren't worn out, but they got uncomfortable and compressed and they weren't cushiony anymore. These were still pretty comfortable at 500 miles, but just started tearing, which pretty much forced my hand to get a new pair. So let me show you a close-up of these shoes real quick. So what did they cost? They were $130 at REI, and it's where I got them. I just bought my second pair because I liked them so much. I like Ultras, it's what I started in, but they keep changing the model so much, it's not worth trying to buy shoes and go out there. Last pair I did that with, I got really bad blisters, and my feet are pretty tough. I don't get blisters, and I got blisters with them. So it's hard to try new shoes. So when I'm not a switcher, when I find something I stick with it. So far I'm very happy with these. The Ultras were 0 drop, so it took a little bit of getting used to. This is 5 degrees, so a 5mm drop, so it's not a huge bit, but it was a little bit. But I seemed to not, didn't take that long to get used to them, and it didn't really make my legs or feet sore or anything. It just kind of was natural, so that was a good switch from the Ultras. And lastly, some of you guys will say, well, the gaiters, you know, I have to put Velcro on here, but I use Dirty Girl gaiters. It's the ones I like. They're bright and they kind of show a little personality. I looked online on Topo site. They make gaiters for $20, and maybe I'll get some, but there's a weird kind of 2 holes in the back, and they make clips that, so your gaiters have these clips, and that's what holds them in. So some of you guys are gonna say, well, just get the Topo gaiters, and I could, but they're just plain black and they're not that exciting. So maybe I'll get them, I don't know. But for right now, on my new pair of shoe, I'm gonna glue some more Velcro on those and get going on those. So anyway, I hope that helps. If you have any questions about these shoes or any thoughts, or if you use them, let me know. And just wanted to get something out to you. And like I said, I got about 500 miles, which is pretty good, because I've realized in my size and a bigger guy, I wear them out faster than the average person. Some people on the PCT were getting, and they were more small guys or petite women, were getting 600-700 miles on their shoes, but they get so uncomfortable at some point because it's my weight, 235, plus my pack weight on these shoes, and you're hiking hard on them in really rough terrain. So to get 500 miles on them, I was pretty satisfied. All right, guys, thanks. Until next time, see you down the trail.